let's take a look at number 4. Number 4, here is parallelogram A in the coordinate plane. So here we go, parallelogram A, the blue outline. And our task is to draw polygon B, the image of A, using the y-axis as the line of reflection. So we are reflecting polygon A, which is right here, and we are using the y-axis, the vertical axis, and it's labeled right here, y-axis. We're using that as our line of reflection. So we are taking this, and if we could fold this graph right here along the y-axis, where would this shape land? So here is another way you can use tracing paper. There's all kinds of different ways you could do this. Here's another way that might make sense to some of you. All right, since every point has to line up, if we could fold, I am going to use my line of reflection and go point by point to put each new point on here. So for instance, the y-axis is my line of reflection. I'm going to do this point first. Okay, this point is 1 away from my line of reflection. So now if I'm reflecting, I'm going to go 1 in the other direction, and that's where my first point is going to go. Okay. So now I'm going to use this point. Okay, this point right here, lower right. And this point is 1, 2, 3 steps away from my line of reflection, the y-axis. So now I'm going to go 3 steps in the other direction. 1, 2, 3. So here's my next point. Okay, and you'll see it creates that line. The third point, I'm going to use the upper right point, this one right here. Okay, and this one is 1, 2, 3, 4 steps away from my line of reflection. My line of reflection is the y-axis. So the new reflected point is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 steps away from my line of reflection. Okay. And then my last point is right here. It's the upper left. And this point right here is 1, 2 steps away from my line of reflection. So I am going to go 1, 2 steps away in the other direction. And then I need to go back to my first point and click there. And now I have this polygon right here reflected over the y-axis. And if you can picture it, you can pretend you're folding at the y-axis, and you would notice that all of the points match up point for point. And woohoo! Moving on to problem number 5. The graph shows 2 quadrilaterals, E, F, G, H, and E prime, F prime, G prime, H prime. So just so you remember, the blue figure right here, this is the original figure, and the green figure right here is the image. This is the copy. And we know this because of the little prime marks after each letter, after each point indicator. So it says, describe a sequence of transformations that takes EFGH to E prime, F prime, G prime, H prime. So looking at this, how did this move, the blue shape, the original, how did it move and land right here? So one thing I'm noticing is that all of the points are in the same location. Like point E is upper left, point E prime is upper left, point F is upper right, point F prime is upper right. G is lower right, G prime is lower right. H is lower left, H prime is lower left also. So what that tells me is that no rotations or reflections occurred because all of the points are still in the same spot, same location on our image. So if there were no rotations or reflections, then I am just double checking, okay, I can eliminate A, B, and E because all 3 of those have a reflection as part of the transformation. So if you think about it and go, okay, that can't be a reflection or a rotation because the points are still in the same locations. So reflection is not an option. So now I'm looking at C and D. Okay. So let's see. Both of those are translations. So let's see. I'm just going to use point F as my reference point. So to get to point F prime, I'm moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right, 7 steps to the right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 steps down. 7 to the right, 4 steps down. So if I'm looking between C and D, all right, well, even though the order is reversed, this one is 7 right and 4 down. This one is 7 right and 4 down. Okay, well, and it says select all that apply. So both C and D are my correct answers. Woohoo! All right, 6A. Okay. Draw the image of this figure after a reflection using the horizontal line. So here is the horizontal line that we're using as a reflection. And we're reflecting this quadrilateral right here across this line. So I'm going to use the same method that I did in number 4, counting how far away from our line of reflection each point is. So I'm going to start at this point right here in the lower right. Okay, this point is 1 step away from my line of reflection. So I'm going to go 1 step in the opposite direction. So there's the point. Now I'm going to go to this point up here, which is the upper right. And this point is 1, 2, 3 steps away from my line of reflection. So 1, 2, 3 steps away from my line of reflection. Okay. I'm going to go here to that upper left corner, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 steps away from my line of reflection. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4 steps away in the opposite direction. Then my last point is 1, 2 steps away from my point of reflection. So I'm going 1, 2 steps away from my line of reflection. Click. Okay, and then I can come back over here and click. And come here and click. So if you're not getting if the whole figure isn't coming together, just click between the 2 points where you want the line. Don't forget, your undo will undo the last piece. The reset will reset the whole thing and erase all of it. And as you can see, if I could fold right here, then each point would line up exactly. It's a reflection.